those of you who have had babies, you know that during pregnancy, your abdominal wall will stretch, and in turn, those abdominal muscles will weaken. And it's our job to work to strengthen those muscles again, patiently, of course, and mindfully and slowly. Also, something can happen in pregnancy called diastasis recti. You can get that diagnosed, and I know I never even heard of it after my first, but after my second, I learned the hard way. And what diastasis recti is, or DR, it's much easier to say, is when your abdominals separate. So think about your six-pack muscles, they meet down the midline, and that separates, and there becomes, a gap there. So that your recovery time may be a little bit longer. If you are diagnosed with DR, and that's okay, just again be patient with yourself. You want to try to avoid certain exercises like crunching and twisting, which we're not going to be doing today. So this class is DR safe, but having said that, you want to get cleared by your doctor first and foremost. And we will dive a little bit deeper into DR later on, but for today, just most importantly, get cleared by your doctor, and remember just to move mindfully and just be patient with yourself, because if you jump right into any exercise, you can lengthen that recovery or make things any worse. So, having said all that, we'll get started. So we'll come on our backs to start. Just lie on back, and we'll take a few nice deep breaths here. So just close your eyes and just begin to check in. Inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Just notice if there's any tension or any tightness that you're holding on to. And you'll want to send your breath there and release it. Just a few more nice deep breaths. And then you'll slowly start to draw the knees in towards your chest. Having the knees in, first just rock from side to side, kind of massaging the low back into the mat. Maybe even setting an intention for your practice before we start. Good. So feet stay off the mat, but your knees are going to stay directly over the hips. You can bring your hands down alongside the body, or you can even grab opposite ends of the yoga mat just to help with stability here, just to help with your balance. You also want to focus on your low back. See, there's a natural arch in the low back. Good. You want to tuck your tailbone so your low back flattens into the mat. You'll also notice that it kind of like zips up the core, right? And your ribs kind of zip up, and your abdominal muscles are engaged here. So you want to inhale here, and then exhale. You're just going to tap the right toes. Good. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, you're going to tap the left toes to the mat. And inhale, back up. So again, good. She's breathing with her breath. She's moving mindfully and slowly and with intention. Exhale, tap the toes, and inhale, lift. Good. And you also want to keep the knees, again, directly over the hips. It kind of intensifies a little bit more too, the further your knees are away from the body. Good. Now you want to relax the jaw. Again, you want to keep the low back pressing into the mat. Good. Core is nice and engaged. Belly button pulls back to the spine. Low belly pulls in. Everything else is relaxed but your core. Slowly tap the left toes down. Just a few more. You're supposed to do about 10 on each side, so 20 all together. Sorry, I wasn't counting. So we'll do one more on each side. Left toes. Inhale. Exhale right. Good. Inhale back. Nice. Hug the knees in just for a resting breath here. So next we'll move on to a bridge pose. So you want to bring knees stay bent. You want to bring your feet flat into the mat. You want to walk your feet back so your fingertips should be able to graze the backs of your heels. Good. Perfect. And then again, engage the core here. Tuck that tailbone. Right. Perfect. And then you want to lift into the heels and press the hips towards the ceiling. Nice. So you almost want to think about having a ball. So walk your feet in just a bit towards each other. Yes. So squeezing the legs towards each other, turning on the inner thighs here. So you're going to extend that right leg first towards the front of the room. Perfect. And you're going to reach out through that right heel. So it turns on the calf muscle, it turns on the hamstrings and the glute, right? Good. Pressing into that left heel to keep the hips high. As you exhale, slowly start to lower the hips down towards the mat as this right leg comes parallel to the ground. Good. When you're ready, press back into the left heel, lift higher. Good. Exhale, slowly lower. Perfect. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift. So we're doing 8, so I guess we're about 4 more. Slowly lower. Inhale, lift. It's good. Slowly lower again. Reaching out through that heel to keep those muscles in the leg engaged. 2 more. Nice and slow. Pressing into the left heel. Lift it high. Last one. Exhale, nice and slow. Inhale, lift. Good. And then just relax down on the mat. You can relax your hips. Good. Just take a resting breath here. Sorry. No. You're great. You're doing great. I'll just come to the back in a second. So again, just noticing how the body feels. Once you're ready, no rush. Pressing into the heels, you'll lift the hips high. It might help to think about tucking the shoulder blades underneath you too. It kind of helps lift a bit more. Good. And once you're ready, you can extend the left leg long. Again, driving out through that heel. Good. Turning on the calf muscle, again, the hamstrings and the glute. Once you're ready, you'll lower the hips as you lower that leg towards the mat. And inhale, press into the right heel as you lift high. Nice and slow, with breath, with control. Good. Inhale, slowly lift. Exhale as you lower. Nice. And inhale, lift. Good. Just using your breath, relaxing the jaw, relaxing all the muscles on your face. Press into that right heel. Good. 3 more. Slowly lower. And inhale, press into that right heel. 2 more. Almost there. Last one. Lift it high. And exhale slowly. Good. Lower onto the mat. Good. Again, you can hug the knees in, rock from side to side. Massage the back if that's comfortable for you. Good. Anything you feel that your body needs. So, coming over onto the hands and knees. Transitioning here. So coming into tabletop, as always in tabletop, you want your shoulders over the wrists. Knees underneath the hips. So you're going to tuck the toes here. Good. So before we move anywhere, so you're going to exhale. Again, engage the core. Perfect. Did you see how she moved her belly? She moved her belly button to the spine, engaging the core. And you're going to engage your pelvic muscles here. So think about stopping the flow, stopping the stream, right? Good. So show me that again. So inhale, release. Good. So exhale. See how she engages her core, and she's going to engage her pelvic floor too. Perfect. So next time, we're going to inhale, release. As you exhale, first engage the core, engage the pelvic floor, lift the knees to a hover. Perfect. And then you'll inhale, just release back onto your knees. Release the belly. Exhale, engage everything first, squeeze, and then lift the knees into a hover. Just about 1 inch or 2 off the mat, not much of a lift. Perfect, release, relax. Exhale, engage, squeeze, and lift. Perfect. And then inhale, nice and slow. Good. 3 more. I think we were doing 8 here as well. Slowly lift. Spread the fingers, palms, or root it into the mat. Inhale. Nice and slow. Perfect. Exhale, engage everything, and then lift the knees to a hover. Awesome. 2 more. Release. Good. Exhale. Engage, squeeze, and hover. Good, last one. Inhale. Exhale, engage, squeeze, and hover the knees. Good. And inhale, come back onto all fours. Awesome. So, if you need a few resting breaths, you can drop in hips to heels in child's pose. Moving on here, we're going to come right into our high plank. So in your high plank, your shoulders, again, over the wrists. Drive the heels back. So again, you're engaging all the muscles. You're engaging the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes. Slight tuck in the tailbone. Driving the heels back. Good. Crown of the head reaches forward. So from here, you're going to just go from side to side. You're going to plant that left palm into the mat and open into a side plank to the right. So right arm floats to the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhale, switch it out. Right palm plant, slowly lift that left arm high. Good. Exhale, nice and slow, release. Float the right arm high. Good, switch it out. Right hand plants, right arm high. Good, think about squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Left hand plants, nice and slow. Again, no rush. Good, moving with intention, even in between, right, the poses. Switching it out, left arm high, hips to ceiling. Nice. 2 more times. Right arm nice and slow. Perfect. Low belly pulls in. Right arm plants. Left arm high. Good. Hold it here just for a breath. Inhaling. Exhale, release the knees to the mat. Nice. We're going to come into child's pose. Good. Just giving your wrists and shoulders a break here. Nice. Breathing into the release in the low back. Breathing into the upper back. Nice. Unclench the jaw. Nice breathing here. Good. And once you're ready, we'll come back into our high plank. This time we're going to do shoulder taps in our high plank. So once you're ready, we'll come back up. Good, so collect your breath here. Again, engaging the core, belly button to spine. Nice. You're going to take the right palm and just tap your left shoulder, and then release the palm down. Good, switching sides, left palm to the right shoulder, and release. So just doing that a couple times, just I think about 10 times on each side, sounds about good. So what you want to try to prevent here, as you move here with your own breath, you want to try to prevent the pelvis from tilting from side to side. I know it's a little, no, trust me, like it's even hard, just, right, but you want to keep the hips stable. We're just thinking about, perfect. Moving with intention, moving mindfully with your breath. Pulling the low belly in. Good. Good, say one more maybe on each side. Good. Perfect. Awesome, drop the knees when you're ready. Good. Breath into the low back. Breath into the upper back. Breathing into the shoulders. Nice. Good. So working with our side planks now, we're going to come down onto our forearms. We'll start with the right side first. Karen, you want to put the right forearm on the mat. Good. So steps here. You can start off with your knees on the mat. That's perfectly fine. You're still working the core. You're still engaging the core. So you can start off with your knees and just lift your hips towards the ceiling. Perfect. Or you can come on to the feet. You can stack the feet if that works for you. Again, it's what works for your body. Every body is different, right? Nice to do like that. We won't hold it long. Okay. So when you're ready, you can always drop the bottom knee, remember. You want to extend that left arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, think about threading the arm underneath the right armpit. Perfect. And inhale, send it high. Nice and slow. Exhale, thread it underneath. Inhale, send the hips. Perfect. High. Good. Exhale. Think about squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Think about pulling the low belly in, right? The core is engaged the entire time. No, please. Perfect. Good. 2 more. Good. Honor your body, please. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. And then exhale, release the hips onto the mat. Perfect. Switching sides. Good. Again, you may notice one side feels different than the other. Maybe you're stronger on one side, and that's totally normal. Good. So again, just like I was doing, if you want to start off with the knees lifted, and then the other half you can drop the knees. Perfect. Think about squeezing the inner thighs. Think about pulling the low belly in. The core is engaged throughout the entire time. Perfect. You can always drop the knees. You're still working the core. Perfect. Moving with your breath. Moving with intention. 2 more. Inhaling, lift. And exhale, thread. Good. Perfect. And release. Awesome. There you go. Ooh, good. That's hard. That is hard. We have one more to do. Again, we'll offer in steps because we're coming back to a side plank on our forearm. So this one, arm towards the front of the room. Yes, exactly. Exhale, you're going to draw the elbow towards the knee. Good, squeezing your oblique muscles. Good. And inhale, extend. Perfect. Exhale, elbow towards the knee. It doesn't have to touch, but think about drawing them together, right? Inhale, open. Exhale, nice and slow. Perfect. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Perfect. Keep the hips high. 2 more. Extend. Exhale. Inhale, 1 more. And exhale, squeeze together. Inhale, extend, and we'll release. Nice and slow, we'll switch sides. Awesome. So coming on to the opposite forearm. Again, you can keep the bottom knee on the mat, or see if you can lift it, whatever works for you.
Which one?
Perfect. You got it. Exhale. Inhale. Perfect. Extend. Exhale, squeeze. Keep the hips high. Keep the belly button pulling back towards the spine.
Losing form.
No, please. Stop. You're totally fine. Good. Still working, right? Perfect. Good. Keep pressing into the forearm. Keep the hips towards the ceiling. Most importantly, keep the core engaged. Keep the abdominal muscles engaged. Good. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Draw elbow towards the knee. Relax the jaw using the breath. Last one. Perfect. Extend and we'll lower. Good. Coming into child's pose. Good job. Extending the arms forward. Good. Again, just release the low back. Feel the opening in the chest and shoulders here. Noticing how your body feels. After you've kind of created heat in the body, noticing your heartbeat, coming back to your breath and coming back to your intention. And when you're ready, you can come up to a seated position